Hello, hello, hello. Welcome if anybody's around for this live. Hello. Let's see if anybody's around today. We'll give it a minute. And we'll start. What's coming up next? All signs. What is coming up next? Good morning, ladies. Kind of afternoon at this point. Kind of afternoon. Good morning. I keep saying good morning, and it's kind of the afternoon. It's like lunchtime. All right. Welcome in, everybody. What's coming up next? Let's see what we get. What are the messages? What's coming up next for the zodiac sign of Aries? Remember to hit the like on the way in. Subscribe to the content if you enjoy it. What's coming up for the zodiac sign of Aries? Travel? Some of you could be traveling. Some of you may not know where. I'm just going to put it out there. Some of you could be traveling or not know where you want to travel is what I'm feeling right off the bat. Kind of I get this energy like you may be trying to figure it out. So there's two storylines here. Just check this out. Aries, you could be wanting to travel or people could be wanting to travel towards you. It could be within the next 3 weeks to 3 months. I feel like within the next 3 months this could happen. I feel planning energy around you. Give me something else for Aries. Oh my God, I'm going to give you all of them. You're probably going to get some communication. There may be some situations you've left in the past as well that just some of you are trying to figure out ways to I feel like the communication is finding ways to emotionally find balance or change with happiness. Wanting to be committed to this is what I'm seeing for Aries. So you start out with the Chariot, then you go to the Death card, the Empress upright. Some of you, it's getting communication. Some of you are going to get some communications or have to decide if the communications are right for you. This is the message I have for the zodiac sign of Aries. A lot of you, the communications, this is something that it hasn't been, I feel like emotionally it hasn't been showing up or surfacing in a way of producing the change that you've wanted for a victory. Some of you may have had you feeling a little left in the cold or like, I almost want to say like, whoa, me situation. And I hope that's not how you're getting viewed in a situation, by the way. But for this to be reversed, I feel like you want to see the excitement of things change. Go take a risk in situations, but you don't want to really get stuck on situations that really feel like they unfold unhealthy or just feel wrong. Something about if it feels wrong, I can't go to that. I got to focus on what I need to work, what I want to work toward. Hold on, what I want to work towards. Give me something else for Aries. Card that didn't want to go back in the deck, Four of Pentacles. A lot of it has to do with stability or practicing something with practical. I feel like health regimen. Some of you, it could be a health situation, basically getting reinvigorated, maybe getting ready for the summer months as well. So you having like this weird confidence about how you feel and also how you look is what I'm feeling. You may be working towards manifesting and not wanting to stay up and have long nights as well right now. And these are the best judgments to take as well. Others of you Aries could be also wanting Aries. I'm going to say it. I haven't been watching tarot, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to check after this video. I'm going to check. I have to check. Have there been messages? I feel like other tarot readers are telling you this is coming in. I'm going to check when I'm done. I'm done. Put a fork in me, Aries. I'm going to check. I feel like people may be saying, oh, Aries, you have new love. You have new love showing up for you. This is coming your way, or you're going to start flocking towards new love. I have a feeling that's going to show up for you, or it's been showing up in tarot readings. A lot of it could be because of the lack of excitement or going after the conditioning energy of this. And you bet your ass I'm going to check when I'm done. All right, here we go. All I have to type in is Aries. And then just read the thumbnails, look at the titles, and that's enough. See what it says. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? We'll find out. Temperance. Some of you some of you guys clarified the temperance with the Knight of Cups for Aries. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Clarify those two. I want extreme clarification on Aries for those two. Here we go. Show me something. Give me the truth. What do we got? Not wanting to be stuck or feeling off center with things that you approach or that approach you emotionally. Something like that. Others of you, I feel like there are investments of the past that you had to work towards releasing. Some of you, this could have been within the past 3 weeks, 3 months, six months even for some of you. And I feel like you've discovered that, and now you're at that move on mentality, knowing, okay, there's some things I'm not going to play with that just didn't work out or make me happy. But at the same time, I get this, like, I want to invest in my self energy. Look at this. 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Like, you're working towards the harvest of what's good for you, wanting things to naturally come towards you or represent. But I also feel like you have to do something. I feel like you have to do something to get there. Hold on. Something else for Aries. Maybe emotionally open up. The Queen of Cups just wanted to show up. But what is this? You just showed up. You have to decide what you're going to do. I'm going to tell Aries, I feel like some of you have to decide what you're going to do and not look back. I get the energy like, just don't look back. Don't hold back on a situation. A lot of you have, why do I get like you already know that's the best outcome? Something about this is the best outcome for you. The Hermit in reverse with the 9 of Pentacles. A lot of that energy also consists of you doing inner work to realizing what has made you happy, the judgments that have and hadn't. You could be doing, if it's not a lot of soul searching, a lot of reflecting on, okay, basically looking at the milestones ahead and knowing what you want to come in or how you want to approach situations going forward. I feel the need to tell an Aries out there, be bold, be fierce with direction, whatever that's about. Here we go. Show me anything else for Aries. Bunch came out, and I feel the need to give you that. Okay. Some of you are learning that's the best outcome. Others of you are really going to focus on health and career. Health and career are like your noble stabilities or outcomes, or the thresholds that you're going to obtain or go after. Anything that's felt hard or like a burden, anything that's felt like it's in the way, I don't feel like you want to pay it much mind. I feel like you're too busy trying to produce, getting balance. A lot of you, this feels like it has a lot to do with the way you're going to set things forward with your career, the way you're going to set things in relationships, and the way you may try to you have to make a decision with what you're going to do as well in relationships. How are you going to get the victory and the stability of the changes ahead? This is what I'm feeling for Aries. And I feel like this is not something I feel like if you told me, no, that's not my story, you secretly know, you want that celebration and you want 8 of Pentacles. You want to build towards that. I don't feel like emotionally it's probably the best investment for you or for what's coming, what's meant to happen, arise for you. Give me something else. Some of you just know that it's better to leave things behind you. You know it's better to keep things away from you that you've already dealt with or that just didn't work out. Like that's the excitement of this. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of... Cut it out. Just cut it out. Some of you are going to not communicate with either, could be an earth sign or an air sign as well. Some of you may just tell them no or just not move towards that. I really feel like you have this energy where I need to move towards things that work for me, that don't make me overthink a situation. You guys are really on going after balance and learning what to take towards you and what not to at this time. Some of you, it's definitely not a reconcile, or if a communication came in, whether it was air, water, fire sign, there is no communication. It's almost like Aries, like, I ain't got time for that. A lot of you, it's like, no, I ain't got time for that. You know, some of you feel like it would be a waste of time. This is what this message tells me. Some of you feel like it'd be a waste of a time or it'd get in the way. That's how they could view you. As far as love, it's in reverse, and so is the King of Wands. The passion isn't open right now for that. I feel like you're really doing the work on yourself and for yourself right now. Putting that extra pep in your step kind of attitude. That's what I see for the zodiac sign of Aries. Let's keep rolling. Welcome in, everybody. Aries is like taking charge, like basically you're in like boss mode and kind of identifying that. A lot of you have given this a lot of trial and error in the mind. And if you told me you didn't, you do this. And I feel like you do this It could be like 2 to 4 p.m. or late at night. That's what I'm getting psychically. Let's keep going. Let's go to Taurus. Welcome in, everyone. It's good to see everybody. Here we go. Somebody, it's 2 to 4. Others of you, it's after you've watched a movie and you try not to revisit it, but you fucking revisit it. Oh, I shouldn't say the F word because they won't share the video. Coffee. Taurus, you're up. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome in. Welcome in, Scorpio ho. I mean, that's one hell of a name, Scorpio ho. Welcome in. What a decision at hand that was to come up with that name. Here we go. Here we go. That's hilarious. Taurus, here we go, Taurus. Oh, I thought I read something like that, but I was getting bored with it. Sarah, the Northern Lights here, I was getting bored with it, and I'm like, meh, let's go back to my music. Let's get in the zone. All right, here we go. Here we go. Taurus. What's coming up next for Taurus? Show me something for the zodiac sign of Taurus. All right, Taurus, what do we got for you? Going after victories and learning how to get them. I feel like if there was defeat in the past, you're building towards anything you can right now. You're moving away from anything. Some of you might have been in a separation or felt separated from a situation that it just feels like. So some of you could have been at a distance in a relationship or had to distance yourself from a relationship via your heart and via your emotions. You had to kind of let it go. I feel like let go energy, kind of like sail away, say la vie, move on energy. Victories in the Hierophant. I feel like you're practicing how to focus on the things that might not have been really the best emotional outcome when it came to celebrating towards it. I feel like what you're building towards is supreme happiness. These are the judgments I feel like you want. I don't feel like you want to be stuck. I don't feel like you're going to lie about how you feel in situations, Taurus. I feel like you're really building towards things that are going to uplift you. Maybe even uplift others. I get the energy, some of you, it's to help uplift others. That's the judgment or the call. That's the call. Something like that. Here we go. Let's keep going. Show me something else for Taurus. Oh, you wanted to come out. Some of you guys may have had situations where you felt like when you had to discuss a situation with them, you had to be careful or very fragile with it. I'm getting like somebody knows that they needed to be fragile towards it. Could have been an air sign, fire, water sign, maybe another earth sign as well. But that's what I'm seeing for you. So I feel like somebody was keeping secrets or holding in within everything that they were feeling or having a hard time expressing things. Thank you for the super chat, Sparky. That's probably why it's going to come to an ending. Some of you, they could have felt like they were watching you struggle for too long. What is this message? Some of you guys, they feel like they wanted to see you like this. They didn't want to see the burdens on your back. All right, let's keep going. What's here for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Your imagination, clarify it. Is it your imagination or what is it? Your imagination has led you through a lot of transformations, helps you figure out how to deal with learning and get to the victories of the things that spoil them. Wow. I feel like your imagination from the past, the transformations you've been through for the zodiac sign of Taurus, I feel like those halts or those little ripple effects, like when you skip a rock in a pond and you watch it skip, and the ripple effect, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I feel like not only is your imagination opening up to that, I feel like it's going to help you land stronger stability. Some of you, it's either stability, or you might feel a little more courageous, or have a better sense of integrity around situations, outcomes. Okay, let's keep going. Show me something else for Taurus. They went flying. That one too. Some of you are learning there are going to be situations or people around you that they're not the brightest. It doesn't mean they're not the brightest bulb. They just might not be the brightest investment. Some of you are aware of this. It's like you have that keen sense or knowledge, know-how, factor. I don't know. I just got to show you. It just feels like you're aware of this. I feel like you don't want to let it stress you out, whether it pertains to love or just understanding and knowing and emotionally removing yourself from it kind of energy. I feel like stubbornly you're aware of this, that it's like, no, I will move in a different direction. I will soar and guide a different way. Others of you, you're opening up emotionally, intuitively. You're intuitively opening up, and I want you to, I feel like that's what Tauruses are reflecting on. I feel like a lot of Tauruses are going to be reflecting on that, or taking the risk with it, playing with that nature, going after that, moving towards it. This is what I see for Taurus, not towards situations that stop them, towards situations they can manifest and build. That's what I see for the zodiac sign of Taurus. Some of you recognized I had to let something be what it was and not let it get the best of me. Whoever that's for, whether this was a relationship in family or with a lover, I had to let this go and not let it get the best of me. It feels cumbersome or over. It feels like something you wanted to electrify in a good sense. You had to step back and let it blossom on its own, whatever that's about. And that may have been the decision or direction you took with it. Kind of letting somebody else see their worth for what it is while you're chasing after the same cause or effect, going after emotional happiness so you can get one thing. What's that? Stability. And it does feel like it reflects on a lover or a family situation. And I feel like you're very intently focused on work, and that I feel like you're not going to let nonsense get in the way. I feel like you're very strategically mindset on that as well. I feel like you're fighting for that direction. And if there's a Taurus out there that feels like, well, I've been fighting for it, but is it fighting for me? I need to say, don't feel like you're a lost cause to somebody or a situation is. Things can change. They just sometimes take a little longer than we want. Here we go. Let's go to the next zodiac sign. Here we go. I need more coffee for my Geminis. Here we go, Gemini. It's good to see everybody. All right. Can't see anybody on the phone, so we're going to fix that. I see 69, but it's a blank screen. Come on, YouTube. What's going on? Here we go, everybody. Gemini in just a minute. You always like to show yourself. I'm done. I split it in one pile, two pile. I'm talking to you and you show up. Three pile. I'm not surprised. You always show up for, like, when I get to your name. Scorpio does it. Leo does it. A couple signs like to do it. Even Libra sometimes does it. Or they'll show up with a lot, and I notice that, and it's with like more than one, with more than just the balance card. It's usually with the King of Swords as well. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's hear from. All right, are you guys looking for change in investments? Why do I feel like you are somebody? A boss could feel like you're the solid choice or the solid change of sound or rhythm. What? Here we go. You could just be bossing up towards a lot of changes. What's going on? Let's go. Let's go for Gemini. I don't know what you're going to get, but we're going to shuffle a couple more times and find out. Here we go. Gemini. What's coming in for Gemini? What's coming up next? Gemini. Some of you people could feel like they're learning from you or they need to trust you. Something about they're learning from you or they need to trust you right off the bat, Gemini. If this hasn't already started happening, look for this to happen. And I'm going to say within the next 2 weeks to 2 months, look for that around you, around your surroundings. I just heard somebody feels that you may have all the answers. either for a dilemma they're caused in life or something they don't get in front of. If this is the case, make sure they're actually not just letting it go in one ear and out the other. And if they are, you know, I wouldn't let it get to you. Something about don't let it get to you. Here we go, Gemini. Jump for Gemini. Oh, it did want to be that card. I should just take them. I hate when I don't take them and then it's the exact card. Some of you guys could have commitments coming up. I'm going to tell you April or March. Four of Wands, January, February, April, March, maybe March. You could be committing to something, whether it's more events or time, sharing more time. Hold on. Clarify anything you can for Gemini. Show me something. I want to see why that's like that. Clarify the Eight of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight energy. You're going to have to make a decision towards what. So you guys could be on the fence with who to trust or who listens in the next couple months. I'm going to tell you, it feels like the next couple months. And I feel like you do not get blindfolded to the situation. See it for what it is. Communicate what you have to. Don't lose your patience in situations. Focus on the journey and directions ahead for you. Also, others of you, you could either have new love brewing or somebody from the past. Somebody from the past may try to communicate for some of you. Somebody from the past, you may show up in your DMs, or they could feel like they're waiting for you to do this, whatever that's about. The Eight of Pentacles or the Two of Swords, I feel like you're going to have to make a decision. A lot of you, it's also with what to work towards with career or situations around career. And when I say that, I feel like you don't want to be stuck in a position where somebody's going to get in the way. Don't let others get in the way of what's going on. Something important. Could be an air sign you have to watch out for that, or a fire sign that could be getting in the way. Meddling. Don't let anybody meddle with what your direction. I think you're as things go on, if they've got to be cut out or it comes at you like nonsense, it's nonsense. And it's not your burden to carry. This is the message I have for my dear Geminis. Look out for this. What else is here for Gemini? Show me something. It has a lot to do around the workplace. Also, people could be fancying you around the workplace, or be I get this, like, how do they act that way or do it? I want clarification on the first two. Show me something. They may be trying to figure out like they may feel like, why can't I get the balance, or how do they figure the equation out? Somebody could feel like they want to know, how does Gemini do it? Energy. I feel like somebody's trying to figure out, how do they get what they want? How come it seems like they're not having issues with a person struggling? Because the best thing sometimes is not to fight for the wrong situations. If something throws you off balance, it's not about what's going to throw you off balance. I think it's about going after balance and excitement. I almost feel like you have to play referee, and you're not supposed to be the referee. Some of you, this may have to do around the home or work, most likely work, career situations. I feel like you're not supposed to attach yourself to it or communicate too much to it, or basically be the speed bump. Don't be somebody's speed bump. And I do feel like somebody from the past could want to communicate with you. I'm going to stick with what I'm feeling. I do feel like somebody from the past that you haven't been working with, or you could see somebody trying to work more towards your children, and you are going off with the children. What? Something like that. Months, like weeks or months ahead, wanting to participate more or get your attention. Hold on. Well, while you're busy at work, you may be very creative, or people feel like you have a very creative nature. I don't feel like they're looking at you indecisive. I feel like you may be having to work with somebody who feels indecisive with what to do. And I do feel like it could be another air sign, by the way, that feels that way around you. Air sign, water sign, earth sign. Somebody could be worried about losing the center stage around you, or people. I just, for some reason, I feel like have passion but feel like things are untrustworthy or unvalid, whatever that's about, and it's making them kind of a little nerve wracked. They get nerve wracked, and they're trying to figure it out. Whoever this is, the Three of Wands, they may feel a little stuck or held back from a situation, or like they're not getting the full angle, whatever that's about for Gemini, and it feels like that's around you. I would say take the risks or go after the initiatives that make you feel good. Don't let anything else get in the way. And a lot of it's going to be financially prospering for you. Others of you could be around that time looking to make a purchase, or be invited to something where you spend a little more money than you expected. Something like that is what I'm feeling. Things do look good for you financially, though. Somehow I feel like you're not supposed to give any time or work towards anything that's going to upset you. Go to the bottom. Anything that's going to make you think twice about a situation or how to handle it. I feel like you're supposed to move into it, into the energy, and out of it quickly. Kind of like very solo energy on Gemini, because I don't want you to feel emotionally exposed or uncertain at any time in the months, weeks ahead right now. I feel like I feel like with the world here, you've got the world, the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like not only is luck bestowed upon you right now, I get this energy like you can do it. You have this like I can do it energy. I can build in that direction. I feel like you're the workhorse right now of the zodiac. Like you're working really contently to get somewhere, or maybe even be shown, or I don't want to say validation, but I get this like people are gonna know who I am. I get this energy, or you've been waiting for. I don't know. Maybe you've been waiting for that. Something like that could be showing up for Gemini. Here we go. People are gonna know my name. Well, make it happen. All the power due to you on that too. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Cancer. Do Cancer in just a minute. Please remember to smash that like button for me. Thank you very much. Welcome in, Sherry. Welcome in, Jack. Welcome in, Barb. Welcome in, my Grammys. Welcome in, Claire. Hey, Sarah. Thank you, Optimus Prime. Just keep watching Optimus Prime. All right? Sometimes they will come through you. No BS there either. No BS. I wish my whole audience at some point could have experienced what I've experienced, because it would shock and awe you guys. You know what I mean? It would scare the shit out of some of you guys. Others of you guys would be like, how is that possible? All right. So keep working your magic, everybody. That's the key of what I just brought out to the table. Keep working your magic. I don't care what direction it is in life. Whatever you want, I want you to go after it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going after it. I feel the need to say that. Here we go. Cancer. What's coming in next? What's coming in next? Cancer. One more. Cancer. What's coming in next? Woo-hoo-hoo. You're starting with this one that wanted to stand up. Do you have a I'm over it energy? I want clarification on the first card that's upright. Show me what's going on for Cancer, please. Clarify the fourth card, please. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Cancer? That one first, because I hit the floor. Show me something else. Continue the message, please, and then we'll get into it. That one stood up too. So there's very, very lack of communication or very little communication with a specific individual. If this hasn't happened, this could be the outcome. Some of you could feel something like I can't trust the situation, like you know, I don't want to give it another opportunity, is what I'm feeling. Some of you, it is a man. Some of you, it is a man, or a man views. There could be a Cancer man that views a woman like that. Like I don't trust I'm going to show you why I feel like somebody doesn't trust it. All right, let me show you what I got on the table. The King of Cups with the Queen of Swords, both reversed. Somebody feels like if I do this, the outcome is going to be like, I shouldn't have done this. Why did I entertain this again? So there's two messages I'm seeing there. Some of you, it's like, okay, you're like, no, I'm not going to let somebody come in and hit me like that, damper what I want right now, or what I want for others. I'm not going to allow that kind of energy is what I'm seeing. The other message I see in those three cards is there's something going on where you're just like, you know something, if anything comes towards me like this, I'm just going to focus on the things that I'm working on. The star card, the manifestations that feel comfortable or feel right, that bring me up, make me want to raise the cup, that I want to look at this, the Eight of Pentacles, build towards. You're only going to build, some of you could be building with a I'm going to say it, I'm getting the energy, air sign, or communicating more with an air sign as well. Ace of Swords reversed with the Eight of Wands. So I feel like there's old energies coming that you're clearing. Some of you are clearing the way shit went down. That's what this shows me. You're clearing what couldn't be fixed, or who it couldn't be fixed with, but you're working with people maybe you haven't talked to in a while. What? I don't know. This is what I'm getting. Knight of Swords. Some of you, there's either an air or fire sign. You're like, I'm not committing to it right now. You know, I feel like the energy is I'm going to commit to myself, and I'm not going to get in the wrong heart space or have anxiety over the crushing battles that I've already went on and dealt with. Something like you may know that too. The King of Wands could have been a relationship. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Temperance came up. Could have been a Sagittarius. Maybe a Scorpio, whatever that's about. Death card. There's been a lot of thoughts or direction. I feel like you're really trusting what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. How you're going to make the next appropriate decisions. Some of you, it's an investment for yourself, or it's an investment for you and somebody you care about close to you, whatever that's about. That's what you're building towards. Okay, here we go. I think you have the power. This to me feels like you have the power to make this work. You have the knowing to make this work. The idea. Clarify that in any way you can that I can get a message. I went over my. Some of you, I see it. So some of you, what it is anything that when it comes to you having the power or feeling stuck with the power showing up, you're not going to let that get to you. You're coming up very powerful. I feel like very powerful, very open. A lot of you have too much love to give, or you've given so much love in the past. It's just going to open up more things. Some of you, you've had so much love to give that you're at a point where it's like, if I can't give the love, or if it's not going to be reciprocated, whether it's something that you deal with or that watches you, if it's not fighting for you or it's looking at you wrong, you're not going to let it get to you mentally, or you're not going to let it be the mental judgment of problem. I feel like you've closed that cycle down. A lot of you are focused on career, manifesting more money, and also definitely money, or maybe changing something around. Some of you could, I get this, I want to go sightseeing energy. Some of you could end up sightseeing. Here we go. Let's keep going. Or just bringing more bread home. But I feel like you're sightseeing too. I feel like you're becoming grounded. You're letting things be humbled. And a lot of you, it's because I get this. You guys are stuck on this. I've had enough. And if it comes at me like this, I will cut it out. You know, I will cut it out. Clarify those two. Yeah, I love that showed up because I was gonna grab it. Thank you. All right, so Cancer, 4 of Cups, The King of Cups. Emotionally, if there were things that felt like a train wreck, well, guess what? You're fighting not only for you or the ones around you, and being very staying very productive. You know, the extreme force right now is to let things ride the way they're meant to. You're riding the wave correctly, and I love that. I love that. That shows me you know what you're doing. Ooh, I'm gonna leave it there. Others of you could actually see a romance start building, or see a past connection try to come towards you. It's up to you to do what you want with that. I feel like you're too heavy uh, with the things that that you're carrying now or taking control of. I feel like if something came towards you, would you have the momentum or the time to invest in it? Maybe. But it honestly, I feel like only Cancers. I get this energy like you're only going to invest in what you trust. Here we go. That's what I got for Cancer. Cancer, I feel like I nailed your shit, whether it was for you guys or not, or you see the video later. I feel like that one was nailed. That one felt like when the cards want to say what I'm feeling, it's like it put a fork in me. I'm done. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go to Leo in a minute. Leo. I got to answer it out. Answer. I don't have a Leo one, so we're going to make it real quick. Wow. Leo. Oh, we're going to get some coffee this reading. Just bear with me a minute. Here we go. Let's go. One split. You could have solid communications, or you could be, wow, you could have holy shit. You could have communications, work investments coming towards you too. Holy shit, that kind of makes sense to me. Holy shit. All right, let's keep going. That makes a lot of sense. I almost didn't catch it. Here we go. You're going to have some career decisions. Here we go. What's here for Leo? I wonder if I'm going to get some of this. I'm kind of excited. Give me a message too. Give us all a message. 6 of Pentacles. Some of you, are you trying to get a lot done right now? Are you focusing on what you can get done? Some of you guys could be wanting things to balance with communication, or making sure it comes out correct, or it fits the mold, whatever that's about. Here we go. Balance is on the bottom, but let's see what these are. Some of you, anything that comes towards you, if anything this is starting to resonate with me. If anything or anybody tries to come towards you in a matter where you've already got a lot going on, that 10 of Wands, that man or woman can't handle another stick on their back. If anything comes or gets thrown at you like that, whether it's towards celebrations, events, or something comes at you, I feel the need to tell you, when it comes to balance, or when it comes to a situation, if something comes at you feeling like, I feel like something could come at you and it's like what's coming at you is stuck, and it's trying to get you to focus on what it's stuck on. Dear Leo, say no to that. I'm going to tell you, you say no to that. Leo, this is how I want you to look at situations going forward. Like this. My dear Leos, that's the Magician and the High Priestess. That's what's on your side right now. That's what Leos, look at next card, is supposed to move towards. Anything that comes at you that's ungrounding or is unappreciative, just block it out. I'm gonna tell you to block that out. You know what? I'm to tell you block. Let's keep going. Here we go. Some of you might be either traveling or knowing that's coming up. That's coming up in soon. Others of you could also be trying to figure out what you're going to invest in next. What's going to be the next great big thing? Four Swords, the Hermit. Others of you could be having long nights. What? Okay, let's just keep going. I just saw the your card. The it's probably going to show it to me again with a couple shuffles. We'll see if it does. Change is important for you right now. I wanted to come out. Let's see if you come out. We'll hit the ground. Let's see what you get. Changes and not getting emotionally burdened with changes. Don't let things emotionally disturb your peace of mind right now for some Leo. Some Leo needs to hear that. Here we go. Let's keep going. Why is the moon here upright? I feel like you're supposed to take charge and stay focused on being creative. Go to the bottom. Stubbornly just know. And if you have to cut something out or see it for what it is what it is. Life is what it is. Life is here to teach us, not cause us anxiety. Let me tell you something. If there's a situation that unfolds, some of you could have a secret admirer too. Somebody could be liking your work or like you, and I just feel like they're not talking. If that's for you, I feel like they're too nervous to talk about that they like you. They might also be stuck with how to approach it because of what they've been dealt in the past. But I feel like they have that. I feel like there's somebody that wants your ticket. The problem is they're not communicating. They're not doing that. They're not working on that. But it's like they think about doing this. What is this? Somebody thinks about doing this with you is what I'm getting. What's behind this? And that's the truth and clarity they want. They want to open. Somebody may want to open up to you. Leo, what else is here? They're wanting to make that decision, but they could also be fighting the past. Somebody around you could be fighting the past or fighting themselves to get balance within situations that stressed them out. You know, and I think they're working on that and they're trying to toughen something up so they can put an ending to something so they can offer that cup to you. I feel like this person's at work for you. I feel like this person thinks about you a lot. They're just not moving their ass towards you. That's what this is showing me. So there could be an energy around you that really likes you or wants to work with you, but they're not moving their ass towards you. Maybe I'm getting the reading backwards. I don't know. Take it for how it may resonate for Leo. What is it? I feel like you're going to be busy at work, and this person's going to see that that's what you focus on is career. I also feel like you or them could also be a go-getter or working a lot and not making time for other things or feeling like I don't have the time because I'm too focused on stability. So this feels like it's a mirror read towards this line. Feels like you guys could be mirroring, putting in a lot of work or focusing on it, whether it's with children, whether it's with a career thing or working towards a goal. I feel like you and somebody else could be working towards a goal. And some of you, I feel like you are their goal. I'm not going to lie. I feel like you are their goal. The Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. Another way I see this is somebody could be feeling like, how do I make this work? Or they're trying to face the fact about if it will work, whether that's you or them. What else is here for Leo? What's coming up for Leo? The past wants to show up in reverse. I feel like you're not going to let past things get in the way. Some of you Leos, you're going to have to revisit the past, or you had to revisit the past and recognize what you've went through and just emotionally grab it for a second and release it the next. Basically, no, it's throwing me off balance. I'm not going to let it make me the wounded warrior. You know, if it wants to come in with stress, I'll look away. You know what I mean? A lot of you are identifying certain endings are meant to happen, or sometimes it's better to remember history repeats itself, Leo. You need to hear this, Leo. Leo, men and women. History repeats itself, or you'll see the same energy in different people respond to you the same way, and know what you prosper with what you've learned on the journey. That's what I feel like I need to tell you to build towards. Others of you, you may have somebody wanting to play with you. I'm going to tell you, somebody may want to play with you. While that happens, focus on what's going to make you happy. The investments that excite you. Others of you could also be thinking about working towards more health-oriented aspects of life, or going more goal-oriented towards that. Don't focus any decisions on negative situations around you. Cut that completely out. Make it be as distant as the stars and the moon are in that. Say no to that. Let it collapse. Enjoy who you are at this time. That's what I've got for Leo. Let's keep going. So some of you guys may have a new connection. Well, I feel like there's some of you, there could be a new connection that sparks some interest, or it's just slow. It starts off slowly, whatever that's about. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat. All right, let's keep going. We're going to go to the next zodiac sign. All Leo wants is money, honey. Well, it looks like you're working towards that, or that reading kind of states you may be working towards that. You may have more options than that. Depends on if it's your reading. Let's keep going. Virgo. Virgo. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Vasala. I don't know if I said your name right. I apologize if I botched it. But thank you. Welcome in, David. Welcome in. Here we go. We're going to do Virgo in just a second. Yeah. Virgos, the analytical sign. The intelligence. One of the, you and a lot of the air signs rule that house of intelligence. You're very analytical with that mind. Virgos are very loving, in my opinion. They can be very loving. I was raised by a Virgo. Here we go. Oh, you got something that jumped up. You're not gonna let anything get in the way right now. Anything, I feel like anything that bothers you, you're putting it down. I feel like it's not something you wanted to have to, I'm gonna say face, even though it's the moon. I feel like I just saw a face in the moon. Like somebody that wanted to smile, but they had to frown on a situation, and you're aware of it. You kind of had to say, let this be what it is. You know, it's I'm going to say it feels like there could be a situation you had to trust that it was blocking your happiness, and you had to put it down, not work with it. Some of you, it's a home thing or a love thing. Whatever it is, it's being united. Hold on. It's not trustworthy, and you're not really wanting to correspond or deal with it. Some of you feel like if you tried to trust it, what would happen is you would know it when it would just, I get this, it would fall apart. It would fall apart. Clarify the High Priestess reversed. So you have identified what happened message. When it came to wanting to get victories, you knew there was something that wasn't solid or couldn't be trusted. It's like you knew there was something that wasn't solid or couldn't be trusted, or was just too much to deal with. The Ten of Wands in the moon. I feel like secretly it was like, why am I putting up with this nonsense, silliness, this BS kind of energy? I think you knew this. This one, I'm going to tell you, that Ten of Wands is giving me the energy like this went on for way too long. Seven of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And there's a little bit of deceptive energy here. I feel like somebody was hiding. I'm going to tell you, I don't usually represent the sun with truth, but I have the High Priestess in reverse. I have the sun in reverse and the moon in reverse. Somebody was hiding truths to a Virgo, or not coming truthfully correct, because I've got that Magician reverse, and I've also got, where's the other card that's in reverse that's important? There's one I know that I was looking at. The High Priestess. Yeah, I'm just that Magician. It just doesn't sit with me right. That Magician in reverse with that Ten of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Swords. There we go. These two cards, even though they're in two different spots, and I had to look for it, they're not sitting well pretty with me. And I feel like this is something Virgos had to. accept. I feel like you had no, kind of like Virgo had to sit back and accept, something, I'm not going to communicate with it. My patience is short. They are not worth the commitment or the emotional damage. I'm moving on emotionally and I'm going to work towards things that are good. Could have been an air sign you cut out, maybe a fire sign, water sign, Virgo, something like that. There's somebody here that if it was stressing you out, you're changing and you're walking away from. Others of you could be stressed out because it has something to do with finances or with children. Let's keep going for Virgo. Show me something else. I want clarification on these. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is some of you might have felt like you had no choice but to communicate, but it was like you just couldn't get it to work. I don't like that, but the Six of Cups reversed, it just wouldn't manifest. It couldn't, something couldn't fix itself, couldn't produce itself to show this, a celebration. And I feel like what you did is you said, well, I'll focus on working on myself and my stability. And I think some of you have been stressed on knowing that's what's best and letting you have a reading where it's like, I'm just going to accept what I have to because I'm not going to be stressed about anything but career, or be have my back put against the wall or carry anybody's anxiety. I won't let that happen at this time. I've moved on from that energy. I've released it. I've cut it out. You have a very big, you're very similar. If it was a water sign, it could be a Cancer. You have a very similar reading to Cancer. Oh, Chariot reversed. Could it have been a Cancer for some of you? I don't know. You tell me. I feel like you're moving on emotionally, and that's what you're working on. I think emotionally, you're identifying, I let something bother me for too long or make me feel stuck. And now, look, it's time to move on. That's what I see for you. That's what I've got for Virgo. Here we go. I don't care who left who's trying to leave who, what did. I don't care if Bobby Sue or Joey Dean Martin did this to somebody. I don't care. I don't care. What I'm going to tell you is I feel like you've had to circle around with the situation at hand and really take it and the data of it, the love of it, and make the best with what was put in your lap or how you're going to respond to it. Whatever. That's what I see for Virgo. Something like that. Here we go. Libra. Libra. All right. Libra. Some of you emotionally knew you just had, before we do Libra, this is still Virgo. Some of you emotionally had to say no. I'm going to tell you, some of you had to say no for Virgo. I don't know why. I just get like you had no choice but to say no. Some of you guys, if you lost out on a victory in a situation or it didn't balance out, you're going to get freedom. Libra, this is Libra. If there was a situation that you felt like you got the short hand when it came to getting the balance of the victory, you came out in the third position. You're moving out of that energy. I feel like a lot of the times you'll see the Emperor and he's sitting down and he's like comfortable, like with his legs crossed, whether it's a woman or male's energy. This person's standing up. This person's getting ready to do what they feel they need to do. Give me some clarification for Libra. Show me something for Libra. You're taking the risks, the necessary risks. Some of you, let me see what it's towards. Change. That's it. It's towards changes. Some of you, clarify what kind of change it's towards, Libra. Some of you, it's financial or health. Definitely financial or health. Others of you, it's building towards opening your heart up again, not feeling closed off. It's money and health for you all day long. If you feel like you didn't have the patience or wasn't showing up or fighting for you or communicating with you, well, guess what? I feel like that's what you're working towards. Let me show you some of these cards. So you have the Fool with the Hangman. I feel like there was a situation that felt like it wasn't going to stick around or be available forever. And then the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun shows up. So the change had to happen. You might have had to recognize, nope, I can't work with that. The situation changed, but I can work on but I can work on my self energy. And I need to work on building and opening up my heart, but at the same time, investing more in myself and not worrying about what's not investing in me. Temperance with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you're aware of knowing this is the best outcome. Libra, I feel like you know that. I clarify. Give me clarification, Libra. Show me something. No, keep going. Keep going. Can't see it. What is it? Some of you know the best investment is yet to come. Something about I haven't reached what I want, and if it's made me feel back and forth with it, I need to focus on my momentum. My momentum, letting things end that need to end, and trusting the process. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's manifesting something, or balancing money. I don't feel like you're sacrificing yourself to be stuck in the past right now. I feel like what you're doing is you're playing. I feel like you're playing with the excitement that's yet to come, or you're working that angle. If you were in a relationship, or if you are, it's more if you were. I get like if you were in a relationship and it felt like it wasn't solid investments. Clarify that last card. You're trusting what you're starting to feel, or some of you are working towards knowing that that relationship that didn't work, it's time for me not to carry that burden and move on, but at the same time, a lot of you could be very, very, very invested in wanting to see the best outcome for your children, or those you care about around you. I feel like it's kids. Look at this. I dropped this next to the Six of Cups reversed, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles. A lot of you've been, some of you, if you felt defeated or that was the judgment you were dealt in love, I feel like you're not wanting to have to worry about what's been done, what you've carried, what you've experienced. I feel like you're letting that go. You're getting stronger. And it not only does it look stronger with trusting that you can't close your eyes to situations, but to shut the door on things that don't feel right, or that whatever this is emotionally, that just you don't trust moving towards, feeling like if I can't trust it, I'm cutting it out and I'm moving a different direction. It would definitely get cut out. Some of you Libras could be excited too, as while you're trying to do what you're doing for that next love connection. I feel like that's the energy I'm seeing around you. Some of you guys could be getting excited to see yourself going after the things that you've been worthy for since the day since the day the seed was planted and you were made. I feel like you're going to start really working on that. Your value, something about building towards your value, rushing towards it. I feel like you're going to do that. And while you're doing that, you may have options. I just feel like you may have options, or communications may come. Hold on. Show me something. Show me something. Jumped. Let's go. This one first. You're going to have to make, some of you had to make a decision to let something, not deal with something. I have mentally and emotionally. There was no, at one point, if there were burdens that you had to reflect with inward and accept them for what they are, some of you would accept that you might not have gotten that communication you were hoping for, or the closure, or what happened, why that happened. I feel like it's not so much what happened with you. I feel like the message for you is the decisions at hand with the Two of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Swords, is don't lie to yourself mentally or emotionally about what once was or what needed to be cut away. I feel like you need to trust yourself, and that's the secret of like, I feel like it's like the secret sauce for you. That's the change. Something about the more you go in this direction, the more change is going to erupt better for you. And it might even be financially. Some of you guys are trying to get to a higher financial stability, or start something anew, brand new, whatever. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. If you're not starting something brand new, you could be doing good, or we're doing good, and it comes back again. Whatever. That's what I'm getting and feeling. Here we go. For some of you, it's a brand new direction. Maybe you work for yourself, or it's contracts. I don't know. Here we go. What is this deck? The Gilded Tarot. Here we go. Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. Scorpio. What do we got for my lovely Scorpios? What's coming in next? Sorry, excited, Scorpio. Some of you are balancing situations out. Clarify that. What kind of situations are you trying to balance? Passion and creative situations. I feel like work, discovering what's gonna work or how to commit to staying in front of what will happen, or how do I clarify the bunny, the deer, the person. I don't know. If you're single, I feel like some of you you're either holding back from a past investment or you're not running toward it. Some of you, you're holding back. If you're single, you're holding back from a past investment or not rushing towards love at this, staying like deep head, nose diving into love. Six of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I feel like you're trying to make a decisive decision. You might be at a crossroads or a turning point in your life as well. Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, reversed. I feel like you think about going out and having excitement if you're single because you want to see the commitment show up, but you may be also working so much that, clarify this, you're working a lot, that you might be working so much that you're not reflecting or fighting for past love situations right now, or letting it be the situation that gets in the way. I feel like you're too passionate right now and trying to be patient. Some of you could just feel like, I don't have time for love. Whoever this is going to be a specific one. Some of you, whether you are single, or maybe that's how the relationship that you're in felt recently. Something about, I just don't have time. The Ace of Wands reversed, the Magician, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like, so either some of you have felt like somebody's not reciprocating or communicating love, or making you wonder, or did do this to you, or you're not really dealing with it, letting it be a problem. I feel like you're not wanting to let it be a problem. Maybe not want to play tug of war with the situation. I feel like you're too focused on one thing. I'm done. Your independence. I feel like you're all about you're stacking your independence right now, becoming more independent, building towards that, striving for that, going after that balance, learning as much as possible. You keep getting, I want independence. Hold on, show me something else. This is Scorpio. I'm going to show you. You want that judgment. Some of you, it's health and career. You're really going after health and career independence, or learning what's going to work and just trying to get there. I get this like, I'm going to get there, or I'm going to keep working towards health and career, or I need to keep fighting in this direction. What else is here, Scorpio? Fell in my lap. Some of you guys have taken a pause, a backseat on love. This may not be everybody's reading, but emotionally, I feel like you turned off when it comes to building towards love. And who's turned off? Scorpio. You could be too busy with communicating your ideas or the changes and excitements that you want to see happen for you, manifest for you. I'm done. It's all about you. Your reading is beautifully all about you. You work in that workhorse attitude, that power mentality, playing with being able to get to where you want to see yourself land. I feel like you're gonna. I feel like a lot of I feel like it's been a long road. I don't know how else to say this. I feel like that two of Wands, the journey's been long. The 10 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, it's been long. Or you've had to travel to get where you're gonna go. Some of you had to move to get there, but it's on its way. This is a very, I don't know what to say about this. Let's keep going. Scorpio. Love isn't in this reading, not my reading, because the communication sucks. I'm going to tell you the truth. The communication sucks when it comes to love. All right? Doo-doo. Emotionally, I feel like you are drawn to it or want to build toward it or see it show up and bring in happiness. But right now, I don't think that's the turning point. I also don't feel like you're worried about. Uh, I feel like you don't want to be mentally conflicted or worried about the movement of it. And I think you know that. Yeah, I think you have this outstanding awareness. I'm gonna say what I'm feeling because of the Nine of Swords, the Fool reversed, the Four of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Cups. I don't feel like you're bothered by love. I just feel like you know better. Done. Your reading's done. I'm done. Just repeating what I said. That's how it come out. You're not going to be the wounded warrior. You're not going to let situations expose you to feel like an inflated, like a balloon floating on the water that inflated and is sinking in halfway in the water. You're not letting that happen. You're definitely not letting that happen. And you can trust that that's the right decision to release the past and to accept. You have like I've accepted what I've had to learn how to accept. Your reading's good, but I'm not going to keep going. I feel like there are situations that unfolded that you didn't want to. They made you feel a little off. I feel like you felt off, or you felt that might have been confused or heart struck or hurt in a situation, and you were. I get like you were aware of this, and you had to get away. I get like you might have had to get away. You might have had to build on your own. There may have been something that felt like if you didn't move away, it was just going to get hectic. And it took a lot of strength for you to emotionally accept it, whoever that's for. There may have been problems, whether it was communication or lack of emotional and mental trust. I don't know, whatever that's about, because it both showed up there. But we're going to move to the next sign. All right, everybody. In 1 second we are, because this is what I see you rushing towards. Beautiful. I have the cards like this. I pulled 4 cards. What are you manifesting? I think you're manifesting more contentment in the way you're going to let things approach. I feel like you're really looking at situations that you want to see come like that. Rush towards things, build. Some of you could have something to do with wanting to make a lot of money, but also wanting to be able to focus on all your responsibilities, having time for everything, whatever that's about. Here we go. Now we'll go to the next sign. All right. Here we go. Thank you guys for being here and smashing the like button. Sagittarius. All right, in just a minute, we'll do Sagittarius. Okay. Sag, what's coming in next for Sagittarius? You're showing up powerful. Kind of having like the initiative to do more. I get like I want to venture out more energy. Some of you, it's I just want to see more. I maybe even bring my family towards more attractions. Whoa, okay. Some of you could be bringing your kid to the zoo, and it could be you. You could be a mom bringing your kid to the zoo or to some kind of attraction. What? I don't know. Let's keep going. Others of you are being patient with your happiness and what you have to work with. Something about you're being patient with your happiness, which you have to work with, not worrying about a love situation. I feel like you're not trying to be indecisive with love. I feel like you're not letting it emotionally disturb you. You could be focused on your health or your finances or wanting to see the changes of them. Some of you, it's either I need to see my health and finances start to blossom kind of energy. I feel like that's the message for you. I feel like some of you need to see that. You've given a lot of thought to this situation. Others of you, I get it. You're basically, I feel like some of you could be wanting to take center stage with happiness. You're not hung up on a reconciliation or stressing over it. The temperance. I feel like what you're doing is you're emotionally committing to changes that are going to be exciting for you and that you want to rush towards. Some of you, it could be something of love that comes towards you with communication. Others of you, it's accepting the endings of it, not building with things that made you feel like you had to have one knee down in the mud or have your head looking at your feet. Not playing around with what past situations that were emotionally disruptive or that made you feel like, I feel like an emotional time waster. Whatever this past investment is, you're fighting for the judgments that lead ahead of you. That's what I see for you. You're fighting for the judgments that lead ahead of you, and you'll cut anything out that gets in your way. I think you've learned the lessons, whether it's a lover or taking the action towards what's right and what's wrong, towards what to go towards. I feel like this is something you've taken a lot of time to karmically balance. Some of you had enough and had to say no, whoever that's for. Some of you had enough and had to say no. I'll manifest what I need to manifest, or I'm going to be more aware of my imagination. And I'm also not going to let the anxieties of situations or endings get the best of me. I'm going to focus on my practicality, my level of understanding and commitment, not only to myself, but to what I have to offer the world is what I'm feeling on you. You know what I'm saying? You might have felt like you didn't get balance or your communication wasn't being listened to. Well, when that happens, new things arrive, new celebrations. And I feel like it's been time. I feel like time has been ticking. And it's like, oh man, is it going to show up? Is the celebration going to happen? Well, I think if you start putting yourself out there, it just may. I feel like if you start taking the lead, it could just show something that you weren't, either you were hoping for or were unexpected to see the outcome arise. There you go. Done. And it could be love. It could be love. If you're wanting to open up to it or go towards it. If you're willing. That's if you're willing to me. The High Priestess reversed and communication or rushing towards it, moving towards it. Some of you may feel like, no, that's a no for me. Others of you may feel like, nope, I got to work on my health or work on myself before I go on the journey again. Holy moly, before I go on the journey. Secretly aware of that. That's your reading. Wow. Okay. Some endings too. I'm going to tell you that bottom of the card, that bottom card on some of the endings were just meant to show you the new excitements that can show up. Something about the new excitements that can show up for you. And I don't feel like you're going to be bothered about situations right now. I think you've opened yourself up to releasing things that weren't worth your time or investment, or that were lacking true, credible source. When I say source, like trusting, and it feels like there's somebody you couldn't trust. Somebody out there feels like I'm getting like this weird energy where Sagittarius, the world, the Eight of Swords. You had to be unbothered by something that wasn't working or you couldn't trust. The Three of Swords. It was not easy for you to recognize, leave something out. And I feel like you put on like this huge armor and you knew, I'm not going to be burdened with things that aren't meant to work out. Like I want things to work out 50-50. I feel like a Saggy woman or man felt like this. And you had to come to a decision. Is it fighting for me? You know, is it really coming towards me? Or is it going to bring change? Or do I have to reflect on changes? Changes. You had to think about changes. Money changes, potential health changes, emotional changes. That's what your message is showing me. And I think this is something where at times you might have wanted to wear your heart on your sleeve, but it got to a point where you could no longer do that. That's what I'm seeing for Sagittarius. Here we go. Here we go. That seemed like it was not that easy. Your reading really kind of hit home for me, where it's like, I feel like you had a lot of emotional distress that you kept in the basement or the pit of your stomach or in the back of your mind, Sagittarius. You released it, but I think it was difficult. I feel like it was really difficult to get over it, but I do feel like you're past that. I feel like you're past that, whatever that's about. Let's go, Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn, just a minute. Capricorn. What's here for Capricorn? What's coming in next? Capricorn. Thank you, hot little Mexican. Some of you are not trying to have anxiety during the day or at night, Capricorn. You are definitely aware of this, not wanting to deal with that, emotionally trying to move on, maybe accepting something that hurt. I feel like something that hurt that you miss. I get like I miss it energy, or I get this weird message where Capricorns, there's so many different stories it's trying to tell me. Some of you are really just focused on career or results right now, freshening that up, getting that strong, getting the changes with it blowing up for you kind of energy. Wow. And I'm just pulling, pulling, pulling. But I also get over here to the left, Nine of Swords to the Queen of Cups. There's something that might have been hard to release that you wanted to work with or that you just miss. An opportunity. I do feel like you have a really good sense of awareness / manifestations towards opening up towards the things that mean a lot to you. I feel like if anybody, you're one of the zodiac signs right now that momentum's on your side. There was somebody else that I saw business. It could have been Gemini. It could have been. There were a couple signs I saw where money looked good. It looks like you have the power to manifest that, but also release something that didn't build. Clarify the Seven of Cups. I'm done. Whatever it is, whether it's new relationships, rushing towards them, it didn't build. Something that might have had you like this, I feel like you're not letting it keep you emotionally trapped. Or whatever was, something about whatever was, some of you it was a love situation or it building and it coming in and being cut out. Some of you may have, I get this, like I wanted to try again, but it just didn't feel like the right shoe. Whatever that's about, that's why it ended. It's why the communication stopped. Whether you did that to them or they did that to you, whoever did whatever, might have dealt with somebody that kind of shit on your heart a little bit. And now emotionally, it's behind you. Or you're recognizing that if it comes, something like that comes towards you again, you'll just emotionally fight for the things that make you happy. Some of you have learned that the best situations when people come towards you like this or like this and make you feel like, well, what am I supposed to do? How am I respond to this? Some of you have emotionally accepted this situation needs to end. I need to say one thing. No, I'll go towards new love. If it doesn't want to show up and fight for me, it's not true. You might have felt stuck. Are you still stuck? I don't think so. I think you're being very creative, passionate, responsible about how you're going to entertain celebrations. Others of you are also feeling like I got to be careful so I don't let the same thing happen. I'm going to be a little more patient. I'm not going to let things stress me out, but I'm going to know that I learned my lessons in situations. That's the decision you've made, whether it was an air, water, fire sign. You've invested in knowing the past left you behind, and it's okay that you had to say, well, guess what? It can go because I have the excitement of new love and loving myself. I love your reading, by the way, and I'm not going to lie to myself about the judgments. I'm going to rush towards them because that's the balance I'm seeking. And who knows that? I feel like you know you're doing that towards love. That feels like you were dealt a crappy card, were cut out of a situation. It didn't feel good. Might have made you feel a little like, what the hell happened or why did that happen? Might not have gotten confirmation of what went down or I feel like you didn't get the full story. I feel like you wanted to hear it, though. I feel like somebody wanted to hear it. But at the same time, emotionally, it was like, no. I'm not going to let this rock me. I got to make the decision to not carry this. I can't be depressed or feeling like this. I know that the best outcome is to move away from it. That's your reading. Whoa. Here we go. A lot of you guys are finding like beautiful strengths across the zodiac signs in different ways, but very similar ways at the same time. Whatever that's about. I've been feeling that for months and I've been loving it. It's like it's not only like you're respecting yourself, you're trying to respect the situations that you deal with day in and day out. But at the same time, you're making sure it's almost like I'm being cautious, but I'm also wanting to go after the adventure. Not everybody, but a lot of people are feeling that way, or they're going to be coming into that this year and next year. Mark my words. Here we go. Here we go. Next, we're going to go to Aquarius. What's up, Aquarius? What's up? Some of you just know, whether it's an Aquarius that you can, or any zodiac sign, don't let things mess with you. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve you. No, today it's too easy in society to let people confuse you. Don't let people confuse you. I hate that shit. All right? Leave that shit in the cold. Represent self-love. Anything of the past that's not emotionally worth playing with, kick that shit in the ass and tell it goodbye. Be creative, be insightful, and I feel like this is going into your reading, Aquarius. I feel like you've had to make these decisions. You might have not wanted to, or stressed about when you were going to do it. Something about you might have stressed about it, or you might have had a lot of things going on before you could make the connection to leave a love situation dead behind you. Release it. And I think you know you've made the best decision, because the next celebration is going to be something beautiful. And you need to run towards that. Something beautiful. I'm done. Put a fork in me. Here we go. It's going to love. There's going to be love in it. This tells me it's going to be balanced out, and it's going to have open arms. Something like there's something that's going to come in and make you feel like, damn, where's this been? While you're working on yourself or your stability, while you're doing something career-oriented or just building yourself up, something's slowly trying to come towards you. It doesn't look like you're going to let an ex come towards you. No. One more. There have been times in life where I feel like Aquarius has recognized what was not fighting for them and known how to release it. Knowing how to just say, you know what, it's time to scratch that shit. I'm not going to let it put me down in the dumps. I'm not going back down that road. I'm not doing that again. No. Damn. You're going after like real true. Some of you have a good love situation showing up, but others of you are going to be busy at work when this victory or the win wants to come up and show up balance for you. And I feel like, so some of you could be very lucky or fortunate career-wise. And if it isn't career, while career is starting to take off or it's doing steady work, all of a sudden now you have the option of love commitments coming towards you. I feel like love commitments. And I'm going to tell you something. I feel like it looks good. That's the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. Like it's coming. It's just slow-based connection. I don't feel like it's something you've already dealt with. You've already learned about. I feel like you're smarter than that, wiser than that. I feel like you're like, no, I won't revisit something that I couldn't emotionally grasp or made me feel stuck or made me feel like I was put down or neglected. I feel neglected energy, whether it was neglectfully spoken to or just neglected in general in a relationship. I feel like you're like, no, I'm going towards one beautiful thing, happiness. And I feel like you've made up your mind. I'm done. Four of Swords reversed. And I feel like you've made up your mind. That's what I've got for Aquarius. Aquarius is kind of like knowing I had to make up my mind in a situation. I couldn't stay in a situation that wasn't showing any good result. Secretly, you might have waited a little while, knowing you should have left, knowing it was not healthy or bringing in the balance you wanted. This first, Three of Coins reversed, secretly aware that it was toxic as shit and that it wasn't giving you the balance or the respect and love or even running towards you correctly. It was a bunch of horse shit kind of energy. And you have the truth and clarity and know it. That's what I got for you. Woo! All right. Let's keep going. Pisces. Here we go. Pisces. Here we go. All right, here we go. Pisces, what's coming in? If you allow it, new connections, new fun times. If you're ready for it, some of you may be trying to pull back that curtain. Get the exposure. I feel the need to tell you, go out. Get the exposure, Pisces. Make time for it. Don't give me an excuse. Pisces, that's you. Don't give me an excuse. Unless you're still working through that healing a broken heart, go after your happiness. Something about, unless you're still mending that broken heart or the betrayal of a situation, I feel like there's no excuse. Sometimes putting yourself in the right atmosphere is the right decision or motive to bring up that happiness or make you feel that reinvent a love situation. This person didn't show you something. This person over here made you feel a certain way. Don't pay it any mind. Don't revisit the shit. Go towards something that's gonna make you feel like, yeah, this is where I belong. Here we go. Let's keep going. Pisces, we're gonna keep shuffling for you. Couple, about 4. What's here for Pisces? Don't give it another thought, Pisces. Look at this. The thinking. Don't give the ebbs, the woes, the why me's, the how could they do this? Who gives a shit? Don't give it another thought. Put it behind you. It isn't worth your time. Here we go. What's the message for Pisces? What's coming in? You're going to start fighting and mentally ignoring things that what? Clarify it. Got to see how that lands. You're cutting things out. You're cutting things out. Could prominent energy, air, earth, fire sign. Stubbornly you're not doing it. You're starting to really represent love towards, I feel like towards yourself. Like you're like, you know something? I've had no choice but to really think about this. Maybe really identify with the situation. Nurture yourself in a loving manner. Get down, get humbled. Accept that a victory you wanted, 4 of Wands reversed, 2 of Cups, didn't take off down the road you were hoping. I feel like you've seen it. And I also feel like you don't communicate with the individual as well. I feel like you don't. Definitely could be an earth sign, fire sign, air sign. Whatever wasn't showing up or fighting for you, there's a reason. It was meant to be released. It was only gonna be, I feel like the messages, it was lying, it wasn't worthy, and it was a matter of time. And it was like you may have given it a little too much patience or stayed with it with the hangman for too long until you had to become so strong and say, you know something? What the hell am I doing? Why am I stressing over a situation like this that doesn't deserve what I have to offer? I'm better than that, and I got to make the right decision. This isn't showing me passion. This isn't showing me true happiness. I need to work on me kind of energy. I feel like you know this, and you've been going through this, some of you Pisces. I feel like a lot of you are aware of this. Look at this energy. These 2 cards. Look what you're building. 3 in a row. King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Staying solid and building. Some of you are going to do that and open your imagination or start building with new celebrations. And I don't feel like it's the wrong motive or choice. I feel like that's the right direction, because in love, some of you, when you're ready, because you could be getting over a relationship that was toxic as shit. And that's what's slowing you down from getting the balance, is letting go. Some of you have cut it out, but you're still emotionally charged towards it, or you still hold a little bit of weight of it. Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor over the man, King of Cups. But you're working the angle to put it behind you, fair and square. You're done. You're over it. I feel like you're emotionally. If you're not over it now, you're going to be over it soon. Kind of energy. Somebody out there. What else is here? You're walking away. Some of you might have tried to walk towards it. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Did it crumble, or did it not show up? Did it not manifest? The Star reversed. Did you not want those sleepless nights? 9 of Swords reversed. The World reversed. The 9 of Cups reversed. You were conflicted emotionally with this, on whether to play with it or not. I think you had to discover it was time to move on, my dear Pisces. A lot of you, I feel like you knew that it wasn't fair to you, or to your. I feel like timing and fair to your. I'm gonna say fair to your heart. Some of you, it wasn't fair to your heart. You might have felt juggled or unappreciated. The Chariot reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This really made you not want to get out at times. The Queen of Cups. And I feel like you've learned that just because that came to a closure, there's the learning card. You've learned, and this came out. I said you learned. Learning comes out. I feel like you've learned how to say no, or little crappy communication may have came in. Whether you offered it, they offered it. I feel like what happened is you learned to emotionally let go. Emotionally and intuitively, wisdomly, respectfully with inside of oneself, inner knowing, loving themselves enough to recognize this is not worth it. I'm not doing that. It made you feel wounded, though. It might have made you feel wounded, but now you're fighting for the change. The Hierophant or the Six of Swords. Let me show you something. You see that right there? You learned I got to move out of this shit. Nine of Wands. I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm going to fight for changes. Good. That's your reading, Pisces. That's what I got for you. I hope you all liked it. I feel like a lot of you went through one hell of a battle, and all it did was toughen up the Pisces. Pisces, they say Pisces, Cancer, certain specific signs they say are the most emotional signs of the zodiac. Only a few, they say like 4 or 6 or something like that. I can't even remember, but I feel like it toughened you up. I feel like you toughened you up, honestly. I feel like you toughened yourself up, and it's good. I feel like it's good. I feel like you emotionally had to recognize that it's better not to let things conflict you and how to say no. And I think you did it. I think you did it, or you're working towards fulfilling it completely. Some of you might have already done this. This could have been eons ago. Others of you, it's a process of elimination that you're almost complete. Like the cycle's almost completed. Or the psycho is, you're almost completed with the psycho, maybe. I don't know. That's your story. That's what I got for you guys. I hope I made you laugh at the end. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. I really greatly appreciate it. If you're new, smash the like button. I'm going to have a cigarette and get out of here. You all have a great rest of the day and an excellent weekend. I'll catch you later. Bye, everyone.